Welcome, God of War fans! My name is Shayne Static, and in this God of War theory, I will discuss who is the eagle in Helheim. Please leave a like if you did enjoy your time here, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any God of War content in the future. Here we go. Helheim, the land of unyielding cold, the realm of the unworthy and dishonorable dead. In this barren and icy realm of existence that we have traversed, at least a portion of it, in our playthroughs of God of War. At least if you have played the game. And if you haven't, then go out and play it literally as soon as you can. It's fantastic. Moving on. While we are in Helheim, we come across this gigantic bird or eagle that is perched at the farthest end of Helheim. Who is this eagle in Helheim? Is it a mysterious god? Or is it just as it seems? A gigantic animal that presides over the dead? Stay tuned in, I'm going to answer all of these questions for you. Now, looking into Norse mythology, eagles do not play a huge role in their lore, though the eagle was considered the king of the winged kingdom. Even Odin himself preferred the company of his ravens, Hugin and Munin, over that of an eagle. But that does not mean there are no great eagles in Norse mythology. One of these eagles, and probably the most famous of these eagles in Norse mythology, is Violfirnir. And I apologize now for all the bad pronunciations that are coming. Violfirnir stands on top of the world tree Yggdrasil. Violfirnir is in a feud with the dragon that lives within the roots of Yggdrasil called Nidhogg. Now these two hate each other quite a lot. Mostly because the squirrel Ratatoskr runs up and down Yggdrasil saying the other is insulting the other one. So in their rage, Violfirnir starts destroying the top of the world tree, and Nidhogg starts eating at the roots, both waiting for Ragnarok to start and the world tree to collapse, to get at each other. So do I think Violfirnir is the eagle in Helheim? No, but I think the next eagle could very well be. Stay tuned. So another great eagle in Norse mythology is Hraesvelgr. Hraesvelgr is actually not just a giant eagle, he is one of the Jotun. Yes, this giant bird is actually that, a giant. Hraesvelgr sits at the very edge of the world looking over Helheim. Its wings are so gigantic it actually moves the wind in Helheim when it flaps its wings or even moved. Now Hraesvelgr can be translated roughly to corpse swallower, kind of like Nidhogg. So it is safe to say that Hraesvelgr would punish the worst offenders in Helheim, alongside Nidhogg. Now let's transition to God of War. In God of War, we first see the eagle when Atreus becomes sick, and we were sent to the bridge of Helheim to obtain the bridge keeper's heart. In the background, you can obviously see the giant eagle. This eagle could be Hraesvelgr. It is sitting at what seems to be the end of the world and atop the tallest structure in the entire realm to keep its eyes over the ongoings of Helheim. When we are riding the boat through Helheim later in the game, we come across the eagle again. This time we can see it move and flap its wings, which makes winds of Helheim move more ferociously. Now, initially, Cory Barlog and the team at Santa Monica were going to have the bird as a boss fight in place of the Bridge Keeper, which in my opinion would have been absolutely awesome. But unfortunately, Santa Monica ran out of time and resources to create this encounter, so we got the Bridge Keeper instead. But, like always, I don't think Cory is telling us the entire truth. This is what I mean. I mean that it would not make sense for Hraesvelgr to attack Kratos at all. Hraesvelgr is a giant. Since Kratos is traveling with the last giant and taking Faye to the highest peak in all the realms, which is in Jotunheim, I seriously doubt a giant would have a problem with that. But Shayne, how would Hraesvelgr know what Kratos is doing and who Atreus is? It is a very good question, and I think since giants have their own magic and mysteries about them, maybe they can sense a person's intentions or know who another giant is by feeling or something like that. Even the God of War fandom page says the eagle is Hraesvelgr. So is the eagle in Helheim Hraesvelgr, or could it be someone else? Stay tuned in, because this gets pretty cool. So if the giant eagle is not Hraesvelgr, who could it be? It could very well be Hraesvelgr, but there is someone else that would make a whole lot of sense as well. While we play God of War, we come across some significant beings from Norse mythology. Balder, Magni, Modi, Brock, Sindri, and others. But one that we did not meet, at least in this game, is Hel. Yes, Hel, daughter of Loki. Well, Helheim is named after its lord Hel. She was cast out of Asgard by the Aesir for her appearance. Half of her was a beautiful maiden, but the other half of her resembled a rotting corpse. She was sent to Helheim to rule over the dead because of the way she looked. And since Helheim is named Helheim, we can safely assume that Hel already exists in God of War. And since she rules in Helheim, maybe she is the one overseeing everything that happens in Helheim. Like the giant eagle. Yes, I also think Hel could be the giant eagle in Helheim. It makes sense when you think about it. All of the dead in Helheim are moving towards her, as seen when we go through the realm toward what I am assuming is a Norse equivalent to the Fields of Punishment in Greek mythology. And the eagle is giant, which makes sense because Hel, being the all-powerful being of the realm, can be the most menacing power in Helheim. Also, the eagle stands for leadership and vision. Hel being the leader of Helheim, and the giant as well being the daughter of Loki, are known to have visions. And if the eagle is Hel, she wouldn't attack her father, or her grandfather for that matter, when they come into her realm. Some do think the eagle in Helheim is Zeus, because we see Zeus on the far side of Helheim during a cutscene.
Kratos. Zeus.
Zeus?
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
But I think it's too far of a stretch for him to show up in Norse mythology. I think where Hel sits, on top of this giant perch at the end of the realm, is her throne. And around that area is where people sees the worst parts of their life and nightmares. Mimir did state never to go there, and I think that is why we see Zeus. Helheim is pulling the worst of Kratos' mind. So what do you think about this theory? Do you agree with this theory? Does it make sense? Or do you have a theory all of your own? Tell me in the comments down below, and let's discuss it. My name is Shayne Static, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.